97.9 GRD. I am Tommy Carroll, and today's a very exciting day because I get to introduce to you the 2026 Heavyweights Battle of the Bands winner at the intersection, Izzy Reign. How are you?
I'm doing great. Super stoked to be here.
Well, I tell you what, you played a great set.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You've won $2,500. You've got a slot on the Upheaval Festival. You're here talking with me. You're going to be playing some music as well this hour. You're going to be getting critiqued from some industry executives, one from Q Prime. They managed Metallica, Disturbed, and more. Got Better Noise Music. They work with, Motley Crue, Papa Roach, In This Moment, and all that stuff. What are you going to do with the money?
Honestly, it's all music related. So immediately I need to reorder merch because thankfully it sold out really fast, just strictly because of these last two shows for the competition. But that's going to be going to that and also being put towards transportation to get to the next show that I'm playing. So,
okay, what is your next show?
My next show is May 30th in Ohio. I always forget the name of the city, but it's near Cleveland at the Mercury Music Lounge. It's called Rat Fest. It's a festival held over there, and it's a charity-based one.
Okay. For those who may not know this, during the Battle of the Bands, when you performed your first show, during the competition, and your second show was the finale when you won, how do you feel about the hard work? Do you feel like it's starting to pay off now?
Yes. Finally. I feel like it has just been... I call myself the basement dwelling artist. I've been working basically behind the scenes relentlessly for the past couple years and doing all things that I can with just an online base. Being a solo artist, it is incredibly difficult to get out and just play as many shows as possible because I do have to pay out touring members. And as just an individual smaller artist, it is kind of difficult. So this feels like a nice big leap to be able to have the opportunity to do this and to be seen by people that have never even heard of me before.
Now, you got a website, izzyreign.com. Yep. You're on all the streaming platforms. You're in YouTube. I've used the Bandcamp site a lot because there's some extra stuff on there that I find because it's all in a nice little box right there, But you got a lot of things going on there. Aren't you working on another contest right now?
Yeah, actually, I am. So I do these online ones as well for some of the Wimmer festivals. This one is for Louder Than Life. It is every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They do a Battle of the Bands bracket, and every Sunday it's like one half of the bracket and another half. So I will pop up and go against a different band, and people will have to show up to the DW Presents Twitch channel and vote for me in the chat. Super easy, really convenient for anyone around the world. And if you do it and you vote for me to show up, then I get to play a really awesome festival, and I'm like, fingers crossed.
All right. Well, some people have some things to vote for now and follow you. I'm going to talk to you more, but I'm going to play some music. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
All right. It's a self-titled album, correct?
Yes.
And it's called Izzy Reign. It's 11 songs on there. And it was funny, the songs that she had on her website that she had picked were the exact same songs that I chose. So it was really easy. I listened to it before on Bandcamp before I ever went to your website.
Nice.
And so anytime I would rewrite, I got to hear that again. I got to hear that again. So this is the one that really caught me, and it's called Bird of Prey. This is the one I played last week, and I'm going to play it for you again. New rock from Izzy Reign on the rock station 97.9 GRD. Well, Izzy, from what I know, you've been in Grand Rapids for a few years now. Where did you come from originally, and why are you here? Why did you choose Grand Rapids to launch this thing?
So I grew up on, I would say, the east side of Michigan. I've lived in many, many different cities. The first 15 years I lived in Dearborn Heights. I decided, actually, it was a group of us decided to move out to Grand Rapids during COVID. Kind of a reality check hit us all in our lives and our careers, and we decided where we were is not where we wanted to be. And I had actually been coming out here. I was the only one in the group that had come out here since I was about 17 years old. So this is years and years ago. And I immediately fell in love with the place. I immediately was like, the community here is amazing. The people are awesome. Like, I love the city. I love how individualism is like such a big thing here. And like I see people thrive in a really good way and lift each other up. so much that it was just something I really wanted to be a part of. And it did take a while, but finally that switch kind of came on and we decided to uproot and move on over to Grand Rapids. And I've been here for about the past 6 years now.
Well, I think you picked a good town in Michigan to try to launch a project from, because I'm telling you, I've been around a long time in Grand Rapids. This audience here, they know what's cool before everybody else does. I love it. I mean, just think about it. A few years ago, Bad Omens was playing over at the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're at Upheaval, and now they're selling out like Little Caesars Arena. And that's because of the people around here supporting a band like that.
Yep.
And hopefully they support you like that as well.
Yeah, it means everything. And I think I can speak for every single artist out there we are nothing without you. Support is exactly what is needed.
No, I really noticed something about your singing. There's you got a lot of things you can do with your voice, and you did it on the record, but you also did it live. You know, you've got this great falsetto and your normal range that you're in, and then you can cut into the screamo stuff. How hard is that to pull off live?
Well, learning, that being only my second show live doing all of those types of vocals, I would definitely say it's difficult and I have some room to grow. However, I have a pretty good background of, I grew up listening to all different types of music and singing different styles my whole life, that being able to do those things, I've had, 20 plus years of practice. The screaming is I would say it's definitely the newest aspect, but I've been learning to better myself in that way over the past 4 years or so. So super, super new learning curve to do it all live. But I had a great time trying it. So
you hired some guys to play with you and stuff like that. Tell me about the guys that played on the show a little bit, because some people might know who these guys are.
Yes, dude, they are top tier, and I'm super, super grateful for them. So the drummer is Matt Marquez, I believe is how you say his last name. He is a drummer for Norma Jean. He is actually here local in Grand Rapids, and he works, recording a bunch of bands and stuff over here too. He actually came across me on what's the website you just said that you go?
Oh, the Bandcamp?
Bandcamp,
yeah.
Yes. I'm pretty sure he said, I found you. I was looking through bands in Grand Rapids, and I came across you, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's awesome. He's a great human being, and he's super talented and has the coolest drums that I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, he's great. Taylor Roberts, he is from the east side of Michigan, got the craziest amount of energy I've ever seen. And if you've seen him live, you know. He is in his own band, Riding with Killers. It's his own solo project, and he's, it's a newer band that he is trying, well, not super newer, but he's trying to, pursue that as much as possible. And he's also the touring guitarist for Taproot.
He sings pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
You guys sang good together,
Yeah,
which was key, because there's a lot of vocal layering.
Very grateful for
on
his
all
abilities.
of your stuff. Absolutely. You don't really have a full-time band, so you're hiring all these people.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got into a pretty big pool of artists or musicians. How did you get so connected? I mean, even the guys involved, with your record too.
Oh, honestly, a lot of luck. I'm not going to lie. Fate happened. So I actually had found out that I got into the contest to play for the Heavyweights Battle of the Bands, and immediately posted on social media looking for these people. I need a drummer, I need a guitarist. They immediately responded to that and was like, hey, I can do this if you need it. Here's my tryouts, blah, blah, blah. That was one of the first times. That's actually the first time I talked to Taylor, so that was incredible. I kind of knew Matt a little bit here and there, so I'm very grateful he stepped up because he's incredible as well. As far as the people I wrote that album with, I have been friends with both Nick Matskos and Jonathan Eberhard for a very long time, and we've been roommates for a very long time. And Nick is actually my husband, but we all met through...
And he's a producer, for those listening in right now. This dude is so good.
Yeah, honestly, regardless of relationship with either of them, like knowing them, being friends with them over the years, roommates, anything of the sort, I have no intention. If it's in the books, cool, but I know that they work they're such a good team to be a part of, and I know that if you can get your hands in with their work, you should. And that just goes across the board with any major band that's looking to sound top tier. They are just absolutely incredible at what they do.
Well, you guys co-wrote the songs together. They both produced it. Nick did kind of the mixing and the mastering. So, I mean, just a few people, but man, it's the quality of the product is so good. And we want to show off some more of that product really quick. The song Broken by Design, I don't really want you to tell me everything about it, but is there anything that you can maybe guide people on a little backstory on that song? It's really good.
Oh, man. Meaning-wise or how it came about instrumentally?
Well, however you want to spin it, you go right ahead.
Definitely. Okay, so in a very short way, that was the first Kickstarter of me being like, all right, I have been doing this on and off music gig for so long. I want to take this seriously. I need to commit wholeheartedly. Here's the money that I have. I'm going to give it to John, actually. Here's what I'm trying to go for. If you think this could work well, let's do it. He started writing this incredible song, and I was like, this is mind-blowing. Let's work on this. It got good. The vocals got recorded. Nick mixed and mastered it, added extra production. A top-tier song. I went, got the video recorded with Alex from Black Wolf. He's a 10 out of 10 as well. And honestly, that was like such a huge kickstart to being able to even have the ability to put the rest of the album out, because that's what got me out there. And writing that song was very difficult for me lyrically, just because I was in a very odd spot in life. And I like to say the whole album reflects, it was pre-therapy me. So it was just kind of, learning that writing music about things that are super positive wasn't necessarily the best way to connect with people, but to be more vulnerable and honest. And I felt that writing that song was what I should have been doing this entire time. So it definitely was the kickstart.
Well, let's play that song. It's called Broken by Design, one of the great ones from Izzy's self-titled album called Izzy Reign. Here it is on 97.9 GRD. 97.9 GRD. I am Tommy Carroll. In the studio right now is Izzy Reign. She is the winner of the Heavyweights Battle of the Bands. She'll be performing at Upheaval Festival this year. And, man, a lot of good things going for you. But when I was researching your stuff and everything, I noticed you have this affinity for Halloween songs. So what does Halloween mean to you? Because you've recorded quite a few.
Yeah, ironically with the Friday the 13th shirt. Yeah. So Halloween was obviously my all-time favorite time of the year in general. There's just, if you know, you know. People sometimes you got the Christmas stuff, and that's cool. Everything's cool. However, I thrive in that season. It actually all started, I think it was like 2019 or so. Maybe it could have been a little bit before. Myself, Nick, and John were sitting down, and I was like, hey, I really want to, just for funsies, write my rendition of This Is Halloween. And we should have a bunch of our musician friends and regular friends jump on it and just do like a whole theatrical rock version of this song. And we did, and it was so much fun, and it was just like a good time. And then out of nowhere, a couple of years later, it blew up on TikTok. Like it exploded and became like the top number one most used sound of that song on TikTok. And I think it still might be, or if not, it's like the second one. But I was super stoked about that, being deemed the Halloween queen and then having the ability to go, okay, this is what I love to do. Let me do another one. And then I did the Hocus Pocus cover, which is my personal favorite. And then until the last one was my favorite. But, so every year I've been putting out a Halloween cover, and it's super, super exciting to have the ability to do that, because what a cool, thing to choose from. I actually grew up, and I was the store manager for Spirit Halloween.
All right, there it is.
For 10 whole years, buddy. And I loved every single year of it. As soon as I could plug in the radio that's required to play every day, and I would listen to the same 30, 40 Halloween songs on repeat.
Yeah.
So I know a long list of them. So yeah, of course, it's super suiting. I love it. So
do you have a favorite Halloween costume from back in the day?
Oh my gosh. It's really difficult to say. Only because it was so stupid. Myself and actually Morgan Doble, one of my demon girls, my ride or die person who's helped through so much of this stuff with Izzy Reign, we decided to be the bully kids from Hocus Pocus, and we were in Salem, and we walked around with the costumes, and I actually let her shave the word I think it's Ice. His name is Ice or whatever that he changes it to in the back of his head. So I just let her do
Jeez.
But it was just, we nailed it. The costume was so perfect that it was the funniest memory to me.
Well, that brings me to this next song. I had noticed on your Bandcamp page the reimagined version that you did of The Doors, People Are Strange. And it is so good. And then I learned, did you do everything on that one? Now tell everybody what you did. How much of you is on that?
99.9%. The one thing I did not do on that, including the video and editing and all of it, is the master. I did have Nick master that song because I want it to be as big as it possibly can. And you know, he has a master chain. He's like, I got it. No worries. Let's do it. And I said, cool. But yes, everything on that, from A to Z is 100% me, all the production and obviously not the lyrics, but, my version of it, you know, it was super fun and an interesting take to kind of go in a little bit of a different direction than what has kind of been expected over the past few years. So I really love it.
Well, for those who've heard, like, say, Falling in Reverse, that amazing reimagined version of Last Resort from Papa Roach, totally different.
Yeah.
And I love what you did with the song. And if you can get the licensing for it, you should put it on the next record. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it could be in a movie soundtrack, I swear. In a movie. When I heard, all I could think of was, this could be in that part of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, or at the end when they roll the credits too, they have that. But very cool. Since I brought it up, this is one of my favorites because I'm not a big fan of covers, but when you can do one and reinvent it, I'm all about it. So this is Izzy Reign and her reimagined version of The Doors' People Are Strange on 97.9 GRD. 97.9 GRD. I am Tommy Carroll in the studio right now with Izzy Reign, the winner of the Heavyweights Battle of the Bands. And we've been talking about your record, and you know, you've got some shows coming up. You're going to be at Upheaval this year, which is really awesome. What is next for Izzy Reign musically?
Weirdly, because of everything, kind of have to shift a little bit of stuff around with super awesome opportunities popping up. So it's all good things. But the intention is to release 3 new songs this year. I don't want to release an EP or an album yet. I wanted to give the album that I put out the life I feel it deserves, and also give people new things to be able to have since they've been, you know, the ones who've been here since the beginning. You know, Izzy Reign is something that is ever growing, so I do want to be able to put more out and keep it growing.
That's something else that I think people need to know. You're like the one-stop shop. You do everything other than working with Nick and John. The website, the images, the you know, a lot of the lyric writing and the melodies and stuff. You do a lot. You're like the record company, the webmaster, the video. You know, you're tied into all of it and stuff. And it's, how do you find the time to put all that together?
I don't sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Not really, though. It is not necessarily something I encourage a lot of people to do, but I do tell people I am chronically on my phone. I try to place myself everywhere I can possibly be, whether that's in person or if it's online, if it's in a bracket, if it's in a live stream, whatever the case is, I will be everywhere I can possibly be just to make sure that people know I exist. Balancing all of those things is not an easy task to do it all by myself, between all of the different social media platforms. And I actually run a Discord, which is my favorite thing that I have. And it's full of a really cool, ever-growing community of people that do nothing but help each other and push each other to thrive, whether it's music or art or writing or whatever. And honestly, I give big thanks for that group in general, because they even encourage me in times of feeling super overwhelmed. But yeah, it is definitely a lot to take on all by yourself, but I have no intention on slowing down. So,
well, I always tell people it's not going to get handed to you.
No.
And if you sit there and wait for it, you'll still be sitting there.
Yeah.
But if you get up and do something about it, as you can see, that's why these type of musicians want to play with you. It wasn't easy to get. You know how hard it would be for someone around here who didn't know anybody to try to get some professional musicians to play with them or to co-write songs with them? I don't know if we mentioned John. Isn't he like the bass player from I Prevail?
Yeah, he's the writer and the bass player.
Yeah. And so he's a key figure and stuff like that. And that's got to be a huge compliment to you for someone like that to want to work with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
You got the talent. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to take me 4 or 5 years to find a band like this. Right out the gate, it's like, oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
I'm very grateful to have met the people that I have and to build the friendships that I've built over the years, and just, not even just watch them, but them watch me grow. We've kind of just all go hand in hand, and we're all very excited for each other, and it's just been, one hell of an experience. So absolutely love it.
Well, I think you got a long ways to go still, and you're on your way. So let's play one more from your album, Izzy Reign. Any last words before I play this last song?
Oh, man. I just want to say, I guess, a huge, huge thank you to everybody that has showed up in the past, whether it's online or to these shows, to be the ones involved in the music or anything that I've had in general. I truly, truly do mean if you guys were not there, there's no way any of this would be possible. So super grateful, and I really do appreciate you.
Well, thank you for stopping in. This is Sandman from Izzy Reign. It's on the Rock Station, 97.9 GRD.